Hello, Jordan. My name is William. Okay, so today's video is called, well, these videos we're just supposed to about the news. Okay, now, what about the news? Well, I don't. Now, the reason why I'm talking about the news because I don't like the news at all. Okay, and I don't care where, and I don't care what country you get it from. Obviously, I don't really care where. Okay, I live in the United States of America, so. But if I could be watching this in my home country, the United States of America, no. Okay, you know, look, I know there's different news medias. So look, there's Spectrum News, but yeah, okay. Well, there's CBS two. Okay, there's NBC four. Um, there's ABC seven Eyewitness News, and there's KCAL 9 News, and there's Fox 11 News. Right. There's also One America News Network. Now, Chris Chappell also has his own news, also has his own news media as well on YouTube. But I'll talk about that right now since he has makes a show called America Uncovered, which is a show about which is one about the United States. But the problem is that they also make one called China Uncensored, which is what about China as well. Now, I really don't. To me, if I lull the U.S. government, okay, and I don't like the to me and to me I low and to me I don't like the U.S. government at all because I believe and because I believe voting is stupid, all that, and I don't like our government at all. And I believe China's government is a lot worse than the U.S. government. That's what I believe anyway. But I'm not going to that's what I believe anyway. Well, why? Because 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 the government because if you because a government that relies on communism is a lot worse than a government that relies on voting. Is a lot worse. Okay? Yeah, that's even worse. To me, I believe you need a government that relies on the Bible, but there's no government like that. There's no government that relies on the Bible. Okay, there's none. So now I'm glad I live in the United States. I'm glad I was born in the United States. I'm glad I live in the United States. But okay, but I don't like the U.S. government. No way. I'm not gonna vote for it. I don't like the U.S. government. Okay, I don't care about any government. I care about the Bible. Okay, this is why I don't watch the news. Okay, so this is why I don't watch the news. And to me, the CCP, in China, they're demonic. Okay, and I don't care about them. Okay, they're just demonic government. I don't care about. Okay, and we need to stay away from that. Okay, we need to stay away about that, please, because I don't like any government. Okay, and I know I'm usually will just talk about the U.S. government a lot more anyway, since I live in the United States, but I really don't care because I'll talk about it. Every government, to me, I believe every government in this world is corrupt. Every government in this world is corrupt. Okay, and wicked. That's what I believe. Okay, that's what I believe, and I really don't care anyway. But that's what I believe anyway. And if you don't like it, you can watch another video. You can watch some other video. But I don't really don't care. I'll just You know what? I live in the United States, okay, and I'm just gonna, but I'm gonna keep believing what the Bible says, okay, about everything, okay, and not what the news media says, okay. And plus, and now what? And I'm talking, and I'm talking about the COVID cases. I don't care about, I don't care how many people have COVID. And to me, the COVID numbers in this country, and plus the numbers in this country, they're just way too low. Okay, I believe the numbers of the cases of the United States of America are way higher than what people are saying, in my opinion. But I'm not gonna. To me, I don't know. There could be like about 200. No, there could be about 100 million or even 200 million cases of COVID-19 in the United States. But that's my guess. I don't know. Here's the Holy Bible. Here's the U.S. flag. So, okay. So what is what I was saying about the news or the news media, money roll spreaders. Okay. And will COVID go away? I don't think COVID will ever go away. Okay? That's what I believe anyway, but okay? I think COVID is what you have to get used to in the United States. I think for the rest of our lives. But that's what I believe anyway, but okay. So let me read this to you, okay? It says the hypocrite of his mouth destroyed his neighbor. Okay, Proverbs. Okay, this is in Proverbs 11, verse 9. Yeah, that is true. Okay, so here it is. So I hate the godless news media. I don't hate the people, but I hate what they're doing. They are spending manure. The wicked news media is a three-ring circus out of crime, death, and bad news. If there is something a good to report, it's a quick mention. But there's also something bad to report. It's a major production. Yeah, I know. I don't like even watching police pursuits. I don't like watching a person, stealing a car, and then watching a police want and then watching him getting chased by police and then getting put in prison. I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch police pursuits. That's not good either. That comes on the news I know that comes on the news too, but I don't like that either. And they also talk about the weather as well, right? Yeah. Well, to me, I think I rely what the Bible says about the weather, not the meteorologist. Okay, they're just predicting about the weather, and to me, I think we need to predict what the Bible says about the weather because what the meteorologist is wrong about their prediction about the weather. That's just what I guess anyway. When the meteorologist said it's sunny, and when it's the next day, when it's just raining the next day. Okay, that's what I mean. That's okay. So to me, I believe I can see the prediction is wrong. I think we need to rely what the Bible says about the weather. Okay? Okay. That's what I believe anyway, but that's just what I try to get, okay? Alright, let's go back. So what is the news media who does a family less sickening? Oftentimes the news media is already touching situations. When a 9-year-old Jennifer Lutz was reported as missing in Florida, the Fox News the Fox News took themselves to become investigator and jury. During TV review with Mark Furman, one of the police officers involved with Rodney King ordeal, the national TV Mark Furman starting on about families, and I believe investigation won't go further in the family, but Dr. Furman said there was something very strange about the girl's father asking for money over the internet within 5 days on the girl's appearance. Furman also suggested that it was odd, but there was no sounds, no signs of a forced entry, and the girl's father was away at girlfriend's house at the time of the abduction. The grandparents claimed they had been sleeping in another room and heard nothing. I'm listening to Fox News. I really believe that their father was guilty. The truth is, in days revolved, and Mark Furman was totally wrong. The Fox News usually caused a lot of grief, stress, public pressure, suspicion, unwarned anger, misery for already scared to death family, living for a few houses down the street. A repeat sex offender of probation within 24 hours prior arrest and committed a crime. Did Fox apologize to the poor family? No, they never do. The news media solely views a fire to destroy people's lives, all too often circulating evidence is wrong. Even worse, the news media is angry, defensive to their evils. Their mouths saying, "What have I done?" This is a way of adultness women cheateth, and wipe their mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness. Okay, the news media is good at destroying lives. The news media has no power. Tens of millions of Americans listen from the TVs, going by what they hear. The news media has the power to demonize good people and to villainize most of the most evil criminals. The Time magazine found Hitler is a man in the year 1937. American media praised him as a god. American corporate leaders, as in Henry Ford, idolized Hitler, believe it or not. Time waited Osama bin Laden was a man in the year was a man after the year after 9/11, but the public was ballistic. The news media has a history of whitewashing crime, murder, and corruption. After demonizing small-time criminals like Martha Stewart, they conceal the mega crimes and corporate thugs of it all, and Kenneth of his good any time in prison. Martha Stewart. So Martha Stewart goes to prison over $40, but $40,000. But the tongues of Enron never see the day in prison after stealing hundreds of millions of dollars. Why the news media let this injustice continue to go unreported? Yeah, well, to me, I believe that people that steal stuff, you need to pay back for fraud. Fourfold, not to go to prison. But that's another thing I don't really. I know that's another thing I know that the United States doesn't. So that's another thing that's wrong about the United States as well. They don't let stealers pay back fourfold. They just let them go to prison. So that's what their punishment's supposed to be. But that's what the Bible's punishment is for stealers or thieves, is to pay back fourfold. But anyway, I don't want to get into Anyway, if the United States America wants to put people in prison for stealing, that's fine, even that's not biblical at all. You know, I believe they need. I believe they need to pay back fourfold, but that's just my guess. But that's just my guess anyway. I just sort of false advertisements saying their news is fair and balanced. The American news media is but fair and is surely not balanced. It's a bit psychologically everything's controlling the masses. If you hear doctors say you're getting better, your mind will, your mental response that you're getting better, even if you're not. You have to corresponders just try this in mind. Working until you realize one day my pain wasn't going away. After 4 months of hearing when I was doing, I was planning to stop going and sought relief otherwise. Likewise, when people hear things on the news, their perceptions of the truth are unknowingly being covertly distorted. Only defense is an objective of mind at times. Question everything you hear from the news media, much of what they say were representations of the truth, not necessarily lies. Often the news media speculation is perceived by the public as truth, such as the case of the Jennifer Longford's family. The news media spreads manure, and they love what they do. These media monsters don't think twice about the people they hurt, and the petitions they destroy, and the miseries they cause, all in the name of money. Mankind is wicked and prone to evil. The average person sits on the edge of their seat at home, begging for disgusting, this devastating detail tells more. The news media is definitely to blame. They are simply a product of society and increasing loves, violence, sexual perversion, and unrighteousness. Okay. It says, okay, and here's Romans. So even as they attain God their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, being filled with unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, religiousness, full of evil, murder, debate, deceit, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, proud boasters, fetters of evil things, spoiling to parents, without understanding, covet breakers, without unto affliction, invincible, merciful, who are knowing judgment of God. They are which commit such things worthy of death. Not only to do the same, but they have pleasure in them that do them. That's Romans chapter 1, verse 28 to 32. You see, that's why, that's just why I don't like the news anyway. I loathe the news. Okay, I don't like it. I loathe it. Okay? It says the world is crazy because people are crazy. While American taxpayers footing a bill, billions of dollars, and they're supposed to deal terrorists, our borders are wide open, millions of illegal aliens invade America every year. Well, the nation's experts have figured out just 6 predators out there, but America is the world's leading producer of pornography. If you're looking for child predators, you better start in Washington, D.C. Read about Franklin cover-ups. What do you expect? A sex-perverted nation allows the sleazy wars like Madonna and Britney Spears to strip nude, grinning over the TV, movie screens. America is a victim of its own wickedness. America is the worst enemy. Is its own worst enemy. Well, Yeah, it is true that, but USA is not the only one who is like that anyway. The news media keeps the merry-go-round going and never exposing the truth about the behind America's woes. The nation Zionists cannot live in wickedness, remain different, support Hollywood, support dead churches, support godless politicians like George W. Bush, never protest anything. I wonder why the nation is falling apart. The cover better banker controlled news media is very silent about the truth. There's no war on drugs, right? But the problem is that, but there's a lot of Americans that are addicted to drugs, and that's not good at all. There's no war with illiteracy. I don't. Plus, I don't know what illiteracy is anyway. I think I need to learn about what I think I learn what illiteracy is anyway. But yeah, there's no war on terrorism. Well, yeah, terrorism would be like war and stuff, huh? Yeah, there's no war on illegal immigration. I really don't care if foreigners come over here to the United States anyway, as long as they come over here illegally. But anyway, that's keep reading. So on the contrary, there are various scams that have been created to rob American citizens of trillions of dollars, while implementing programs much worse. There never has been such illegal trafficking in America as there today. Children have never been so literate as they are today. Learning manuals and they are filled with utterly confusing nonsense. Even parents with college degrees are having difficulty understanding these are new, ridiculous learning methods. The war on terrorism is nothing more in the fabricated lie to scare the masses of its ambition and working. It's working like a charm. George W. Bush has rolled out more of the red carpet for millions of illegal immigrants, offering them guaranteed jobs, free health care, free welfare. Meanwhile, the hearing of repeatedly of Social Security won't be there. For more information, see the Evils in Government page on this website. The news media covers issues at a biblical level, interpreting the wrong people who have no idea what's going on, thus confusing and misleading the public even more. The news media has learned are reporting the news without revealing the truth. Many journalists in the media know the truth. They dare not to risk forfeiting the career by reporting it. If they do, they end up like Dan, rather than who exited. Plus, his career as a journalist and a public condemned as peers. Labeled as a foolish journalist, exposing the truth about George W. Bush's questionable military history. I was a child, I believed that the police were there to do what is right. When I grew up, I realized that wasn't the case at all. The police are there to enforce government's laws, whether they be right or wrong. But God says murder is wrong. And yeah, I know they think abortion's okay too, but guess what? Abortion is murder too. But that's keep reading anyway. But the Supreme Court says murder is okay if it's abortion. Yeah, that's not okay at all. It says the heathen and police report got his right to murder her husband's child. Likewise, the news media does not report the truth, and they are told are allowed to report. I do not expect the police to do the right thing anymore. They're just making a living thing. doing as they are told. And the same holds the true media. They do not care about the truth. They're just making a living doing as they are told. It's disgraceful. I cannot uphold any wicked legal system lawyer or police officer, but I surely cannot American journalist having my eyes up sales like my eyes of conventions to conceal the truth, just to keep my career. And thank God for Dan Ryler's, the Greg Perez and Alex Jones, other faithful journalists are willing to tell the truth, even if it means making enemies. I don't trust InfoWars either. Now, guys, Alex Jones is the guy who makes InfoWars. I don't trust InfoWars either, but at least that's another you can watch anyway, if you want. Okay, it says Jesus was a very hated man because he told the truth, and they eventually killed him. If Jesus was alive today, Clayton Bush will kill Jesus and make another suicide. It would make just another hundreds of premature mysterious deaths surrounding the Clintons and Bushes. America's media is filled with manure spreaders. We need journalists to go independent and tell the truth. Pilate asked Jesus, what is truth? If Pilate were alive today, he would be glued in front of the TV, believing everything being said. The truth is obvious to those who want to find it, but too blinded masses to sheeple and who are walking in darkness and continue to stumble. If a man walk in the night, he stumbleth because there's no night. There's no light. Okay, there's no light in him. Okay, that's John 11 verse 10. So that's why I don't believe anything I watch on the news. Okay, that's why I don't like the news. Okay, the news is, to me, I believe the news is stupid. Okay, and I think it has to go away. Okay, just go what the Bible says about everything. Okay, just believe the Bible. I don't care about the news. Just go ahead with the Bible. Just believe what the Bible says. Okay. I don't know why I picked the flat Earth theory. Okay, wrong one. One, yeah. Okay, now I can show you, okay? Okay, plenty of falsehoods and it's a damn souls to hell. Okay, when you go to must be all Lord Jesus Christ, salvation is by faith alone, grace on Jesus alone. And once you say by easy believes in the truth. Okay, basically the candle says salvation. Okay, but easy believes in that salvation is easy. Good to do is just believe in Jesus Christ for salvation. Okay? Okay, now what should we do next video? Okay, wrong one, sorry. That's my BizShoot. I know that's the one for BizShoot anyway. What about next video is called what is about geology. Well, okay, well I'll talk about geology. Well, next video. Okay? Because that's something we can also talk about as well. Okay? Okay, and you have to go right now. So thank you for watching this video. Bye.